Well, good afternoon, Fastball fans. Welcome back to the Hill United Chiefs Challenge here in a steamy Simcoe, Ontario. The breeze is keeping things sane. Blair Setford, Joe Todd here on Softball Premier TV. Joe, 32 degrees here at game time in Simcoe. These two teams have had a game off, but this is each their second game of the day. This is when the weather, the conditioning starts to take a toll, and you find out who's been putting in the hours in the gym to stay fit.
And very important to hydrate in this game, get a lot of water, get moisture in your system. You're going to be sweating out a lot, so. And this is the peak part of the day when the sun is at its peak too, so the next 2 hours is going to be very bearing on both these teams.
It's a big grind for sure. Shane Bolan leading things off for the Hill United Chiefs. Takes a called strike. Brad Ezekiel, Quentin Bruce moves up to the 3 spot for the Chiefs this afternoon. Bruno Matroni bats 4th, designated player. Then Lenny Villavazzo, Josh McGovern. Piplo Lopez into the lineup for the Chiefs. Luca Bondi is doing the catching today. And Nick White in right field batting 9th for Hill United. Defensively for STK, Tristan Hofer, Josh Montana, and Tyson Susi. Left to right across the outfield, it's Jared Bradbury, Stevie Silvas, Aleo Munez, and Eli Jules around the horn. And Joe, we've been waiting to see this guy in person, Juan Jose Pepe. Young man from Argentina, was on their U23 squad that won the bronze medal back about a year and a bit ago. And he's pitching to Alejandro Villalobos. So an all-Argentina battery for the STK squad. Shane Boland waves at one and goes down on strikes, opening up the game here. And again, if you're just getting in with us on Softball Premier TV, Blair Setford, Joe Todd bringing you this one. STK from Chase, British Columbia, out in the field. Hill United Chiefs, the host team, at the plate. Brad Ezekiel. Another home run for Brad this morning.
Yes, got a hold of that one.
Fouls this one off the umpire, off the catcher. That got a bite at just about everybody.
Umpire and crew for this game behind the plate, Kevin DiDomenico. At first base, Scott McLaren. And at third base, George LeMaitre.
2 out of 3 from Ontario. Scott McLaren from Penticton, BC. Made the trip in to see some ISC ball. Scott will be at the ISC World Tournament in August in Surrey, BC. Not quite his backyard, but certainly it's his province. You can hear the wind just picking up a little bit more here. Again, that's what's keeping things sane around Lions Park here in Simcoe, Ontario, over on the shores of Lake Erie. It is blowing out straight away center field. You get one up into the jet stream, Joe Todd, it could get out of here in a hurry. Juan Pepe falling behind Bradley Ezekiel right now.
Yeah, that wind is picking up a lot. You get, as you had just mentioned, man, that ball gets up in that jet stream.
Well, it can also do a couple of other things. It can hang up a rise ball a little bit. And this one, little curveball attempt, but down low on ball 4. Bradley Ezekiel works a walk. That brings up Quentin Bruce. Quentin had been batting in the 5 spot, but with Nick Shales out of the lineup, he moves up into the 3 hole. Bruno Matroni stays in the cleanup spot. Lenny Villavazzo, Josh McGovern, they all move up. Piplo Lopez into the lineup this afternoon for the Chiefs. Bruce chases the rise ball.
Quentin Bruce has hit nothing but ropes all tournament so far. Good power hitter. Great follow through if you watch his hands.
He had that monster year back in 2023 when he was all-world, all-American, all-Canadian, all-universe.
IFC Canada East Player of the Year.
I kept waiting for him to cool off, and he never did.
No.
Right? Like
No.
He had a great year last year. He just followed it up with another stellar year. First team All-World again at the ISC World Tournament. This one is flared out into left field. Tristan Hofer is going to surround that one, ultimately make the catch. It's a little tricky up there with the breeze. And you see it on the replay with Hofer, the way the path that he took. Not quite textbook, but certainly made the grab. Stuck with it.
He stayed with it. That's the big thing.
That is the big thing indeed. So 2 down. The veteran Bruno Matroni to the plate. Rise ball from Pepe upstairs out of the zone. See if we can get the radar gun working. We disconnected a few things in the break in between, and Luciano Lafrano is still getting everything plugged back in. Bruno Matroni, and gone! Way up over the exterior fence, yanks this one down the left field line. A big 2-run shot for Bruno Matroni. That did not need the wind.
Yeah, just got too much of that plate, though. Got the ball up in the meat of his strike zone, and Bruno Matroni drove that ball.
Well, you see the home run hat that Bruno Matroni puts on, but there is the swing. Nice and compact from Bruno Matroni. Solid contact, barrels that right up, and that is out of here in a flash. Hard shot in and out of the glove. Lenny Villavazzo smashes one down the left side as well. Good effort there by Jared Bradbury, but Lenny Villavazzo just hit that so hard.
First strikeout of Shane Bolan. Other than that, Pepe's had a tough first inning.
Josh McGovern now to the plate. Josh Preston to duty at third base with Nick Shales. Came out of the game late in the game yesterday afternoon, the opener. On the move and sliding in under the tag, Lenny Villavazzo with the head first slide. Stevie Silvas tried to come across and swipe tag on the way, but Villavazzo underneath it. You can see it there on the replay to the bag.
Good toss by Villavazzo. Was just a little bit late for Silvas to get across the second base. Sorry.
That one misses downstairs. Well, I know we don't have the pitch tracker going, Joe, but a lot of pitches here this inning for Juan Jose Pepe. McGovern had a notion to go. That one just down and inside for Pepe. Lenny Villavazzo out in scoring position. The Chiefs with a couple of runs in on a 2-run home run by Bruno Matroni. And there's a strike to the outside corner. Pepe, 18-19 pitches already. And that one downstairs and squirts away from Villalobos. And Villavazzo will get up to third base. So runners on the corners. And that'll bring up big Piplo Lopez. Lopez competing with Mexico at that WBSC qualifier in Hermosillo. Unfortunately for his Mexican squad, finishing fourth, they ran into the buzzsaw that was Jack Besgrove on the final day.
Not the player you want to match up with then.
No. Lopez with that big, long swing. It's a nice, smooth swing, but it's very long.
Yes.
Able to hold back there. Well, they're going to ask, and no, he did not hold back, says George LeMay. So call it a strike. That's why we're not out there as umpires, Joe. This
Wow.
one, line shot and caught. Aleo Munoz does it again. He stole away a couple of base hits in the game this morning against the Gremlins, and a dive to his right this time. Grand theft larceny. Here's the replay. Wow, Munoz. Right man, right spot.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas.
Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more.
The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com.
Live it. To the home half of the first we go for STK. Coming up, Brett Larson will be leading things off, the designated player. Aleo Munoz, who just wowed us with his defense. Jared Bradbury bats third. Alejandro Villalobos in the 4 spot. Eli Jules. Stevie Silvas, who had a home run this morning. Tyson Susi. Josh Montana and Tristan Hofer in the 9 spot for STK. Defensively for Hill United, Quentin Bruce, Brad Ezekiel, Nick White in right field, and then around the horn, Josh McGovern, Shane Bolan, Lenny Villavazzo, Piplo Lopez, and it's Marco Diaz pitching to Luca Biondi. So a little bit different look, Joe Todd, for the Chiefs with McGovern and Biondi and White into the lineup. You talked to me off the air about Alan Pecker, suffered an injury last weekend and still feeling the effects of that.
Yes, he's got a abrasion or contusion on the back of his leg where he good little grass burn, but he hit pretty hard when he landed, and it still is very much bruised, so he'll still probably be on the injury list all weekend. I'll be quite surprised.
Maybe pinch hitting only. Remember, he came in the championship game, or the winter bracket final, and had a pinch hit single, but didn't even stick around to run. So Marco Diaz, amongst and maybe the hardest thrower in the game these days. So this is just downstairs. Two balls, 2 strikes. And chasing upstairs, Brett Larson can't catch up to that big rise ball from Marco Diaz. So first strikeout of the afternoon for the young man from Mexico, lives now in Baja, California. And he'll be a mainstay, Joe. You got to think probably the ace, really, for Team USA.
Yes. A great addition.
Aleo Munoz. Sometimes, Joe, you make a great play on defense. You get to come to the plate and do something offensively as well. Seems the game, it's a little funny how that works sometimes.
He's on a roll right now, defensively.
Well, that misses just off the corner.
STK managed only 1 hit in this morning's game against the New York Gremlins, so they want to get their hitting shoes on here.
in tight to Munoz. And that was a home run by Stevie Silvas. And I heard you and Peter Labardius talking about how he is a convert over from baseball coming over to fast pitch. Certainly had the right mix today, or this morning at least.
Yes. Has great range, a real good arm.
That's inside and clips Munoz right on the right hand. Oof. Pins the fingers against the bat. That hurts too. He was trying to wheel out of the way, and that was a rise ball up and in. It was curving in on Munoz too, and those hurt.
Yeah.
That hurts. That is a mitt full of bumblebees right now. They're just checking the fingers right now, make sure there's no broken digits. They're stretching everything out. It's Mike Susi who is over attending to Munoz. Well, that's a blow defensively in particular if he can't stick around. But in the two spot, he's a good batter too.
I think I'd be putting the pinch runner in and get some ice on that.
Well, at the very least, he is going to get a pinch runner right now, but he is not moving that right hand at all, and that's a little worrisome.
Yep.
So you see Munoz coming off the field there. We will get back to the action in a moment. Got to get a pinch runner for Munoz to come out. They've got a couple of choices on the bench. It's number 22, Keegan Pittendry. Dry. Pittendry. Keegan Pittendry will come on to run for Munoz. So we'll get back to set with the runner aboard at first. One down. Bottom of the first inning, if you're just getting in with us, Hill United, 2 runs in the top of the first on a 2-run home run by Bruno Matroni. Garrett Bradbury now to the plate. That one's outside for ball 1. Bradbury from Australia, I believe, Joe.
Yes, you are correct.
Fouls that one off. Diaz with the big lean, and this one past everybody to the fence. Biondi picks it off the fence, snaps the throw down, and they get Pittendry. He got the most generous bounce off the fence, and he threw a strike down there, Joe. I guess Pittendry was not expecting to have to go. Didn't get a good jump, but that was a strike from Biondi.
Great tag, too, by Villavazzo.
So just that quick, 2 down, and now suddenly could be a 1-2-3 inning. And Diaz just doesn't look quite as crisp as he did last night, does he, Joe?
No.
He's missing with a lot of pitches, falling behind right now. It usually doesn't take him that long to get dialed in. That was a good drop ball to the outside corner. Nothing that Bradbury can do with that except foul it off. So full count. Biondi and Diaz can't get on the same page. Let's try this again.
Bradbury says, fine, I'll step out. You guys are ready.
Yeah, well, just make sure you're on the same page. Fights this one off again into the screen. Quickly got to agreement on these set of signals. And just downstairs, can't get Jared Bradbury. That's a good take with 2 out.
Good pitch, good location.
Villalobos, Alejandro Villalobos, the catcher. Spent some time with the AHI Reapers. Made the jump to STK, trading Wisconsin for British Columbia. That one misses downstairs. There's a little squibber. McGovern's got to come get it. Sidearm throw, and does. He gets him at the bag. Good defense by Josh McGovern to get the Chiefs out of the inning. Through 1 complete, it is Hill United 2 and STK no score.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon. Welcome to Monthill Golf.
You see some of the souvenirs that are available here at the Chiefs Challenge. Jukasa Designs have got their booth up, and there is a lot of great stuff that you can pick out. Joe Todd, are you going to get a Hill United sweatshirt, or have you got one?
No, I'm probably going to pass.
You don't need a sweatshirt today
No.
anyway. It is very warm here in Simcoe, Ontario at the Chiefs Challenge. Luca Biondi, Nick White, and then back to the top of the shop, Shane Bolan. First pitch swinging, Biondi punches this one out to right, in on a line and on the grab. Tyson Susi makes the barrel roll catch for the first out of the inning. Watch the replay here, just a punch to right, and here comes Susi, makes the grab. Nick White taking advantage of the opportunity to play regularly in the lineup right now with Alan Pecker on the injured list, Joe, and banged a big home run last night for the Chiefs.
Number 91, he's playing third base for STK. Lands is the gentleman's last name.
Ethan
Lands.
Nick White to Hopper, out to Munoz, who looks like he's recovered, Joe, from that. Sorry, that's Jared Bradbury, has actually moved over to second base. That explains the new third baseman.
Yep.
There you go. So that was Jared Bradbury who made the grab. And this one is lifted right up the elevator shaft, but that's going to fall right on top of the roof here, where we are located underneath. So Shane Bolan, it's very quick, Joe, 2 out. Just off the outside corner from Juan Pepe. So after the fly out to right and the ground ball to second, Shane Boland here at the plate with 2 out. 1-2 count. Way upstairs. Boland, Joe, just a mainstay here for the Chiefs since coming over in 2017. Settled in nicely at shortstop too. Originally he was at third and Shales was at short, but they switched about 2-3 years back at least.
Yeah.
And it's been a perfect combination on the left side of the infield for the Chiefs.
Yeah, great range by both of those guys, and they feel more comfortable in those positions. And you obviously need those 2 bats in the lineup.
Down and in from Pepe. Swings over the top, a real good drop ball from Juan Jose Pepe, a much better inning. 1-2-3, down go the Chiefs in the top of the second. They still have that 2-0 lead. We'll go to the home half. STK coming back up to the plate. Marco Diaz finishes his warm-up tosses. Quick meeting out on the mound with Luca Bionde, Josh McGovern, and Pippo Lopez. I wonder what Josh does when everybody else is speaking Spanish out there. I don't know that Josh speaks any Spanish. Eli Jules, Stevie Silvas, Tyson Susi, 5-6-7 for STK here in the bottom of the second inning.
Softball is a universal language.
Well, it just speaks to the, again, and we talk about this a lot, the international flavor of the teams here. McGovern, Boland, Villavazo, Lopez. Three different countries, as this is a high hopper off the bat of Jules, and right to Pippo Lopez. You've got Australia, Canada, Mexico around the horn. Mexican-American pitching to Argentina. And then you've got 3 Canadians in the outfield. One down. Stevie Silvas to the plate. Nothing like getting thrown into the deep end against the top teams when you are coming over from baseball to softball as Stevie Silvas is. You get to see Marco Diaz, and they got Pablo Migliavaca this morning with the changeups and the spins that he offers, but certainly figured one pitch out at least.
Yes. Got a real nice swing. Nice and compact, but powerful.
This is downstairs. Good eye. Three and 0, and consistent pattern here, Joe. Falling behind the batters again is Diaz.
Threw 19 pitches in the first inning.
4-pitch walk to Silvas. Tyson Susie to the plate. Yeah, STK just couldn't get on track at all against Migliavaca this morning, could they?
No. And Migliavaca threw a gem, though. That's as well as I've seen him throw. The change up, the drop. Pinpoint location.
This one skips away from Biondi, and Diaz, that's 5 straight balls to open the inning. And you see him tapping the chest here, but he is missing the mark consistently right now. You see that downstairs, and the runner aboard, Joe, you'd like to see maybe a little bit more of an effort to block that. I know it's early in the season and it's hot out, but as we saw a couple of times last week, it's the little things that make a difference in a tight ball game.
And the little things usually cost you runs.
In for a strike on the outside part of the plate. I think now if you're Tyson Susie, you want to turn something loose here. Nope, downstairs, another ball. So a lot of drops, Joe, but just unable to find the range right now. And even that rise ball on the outside corner didn't move a whole lot.
No, he's really struggling right now.
Chopper on the infield, got to come get it. As Villavazo flips with the glove to Piplo Lopez for the out. 2 down, that'll bring up Josh Montana.
Nice little shovel play there by Villavazo. Didn't really transfer at all.
No, just flipped it right out of the glove. Off the outside corner. He really tried to hump that one up too, it looked like. Again, falling behind. Two and 0. Fouls this one right back.
That got me.
Did you flinch?
Yeah.
No, I saw that one coming. I had a major flinch on one last night. To the screen.
Nice gravy bounce, though.
Well, that's the second one that Biondi's got come right back to him. Silvas got about 2 steps off the bag, and it wasn't you couldn't even go any further.
No.
Didn't have time. That one is right down Davis Street here in Simcoe on the park. Josh Montana couldn't get the bat off the shoulder. We got a full count, 2 down. Stevie Silvas is the runner out at third base and blows it right by Josh Montana. Can't catch up with the big rise ball. STK strand 1 through 2 complete. It's the Hill United Chiefs 2, STK no score. Brad Ezekiel to lead things off for Hill United here in the top of the 3rd inning. Brad walked, came around to score on the home run by Bruno Matroni. Misses outside.
Jeffrey's got that big sweeping curve, but he's got to pull that closer to the strike zone.
Misses upstairs. Lucianne will be back in a moment and we'll get the music sorted out. We know the music is still playing. We're just working on getting a microphone hooked up for Shane Bolan. We're going to try and talk with Shane Bolan out on the field during the next inning. So Luciano was running around to make that happen. Quentin Bruce looks at that one upstairs. Bruce, a fly ball out to left in the first. And again upstairs from Pepe. Right now, Joe, he's just not consistent enough around the plate.
No, they're laying off, and they have every right to. He's not anywhere near. 41 pitches so far in the game.
And that one misses downstairs, so he's missing up, missing down. Just got to find the range. So that is the defensive conference there. You saw Jared Bradbury come in from second base. You're allowed one defensive delay. That's not a coach's conference, but it's a defensive delay. Otherwise, if you have a second one, it becomes a ball on the batter. Ball 4, down goes Quentin Bruce to first base.
Back-to-back walks here. Top of the 3rd inning.
Well, these are how innings turn into big numbers for teams. You put a couple of free base runners aboard. Bruno Matroni already with a home run in the game. Hard hit ball underneath the glove of Bradbury. That's going to rattle around the outfield. Ezekiel will trot home with the third run of the game for the Chiefs. Quentin Bruce easily up to third base. Bruno Matroni picks up another RBI for Hill United. And sometimes, Joe, you just have to hit them where they ain't.
Yeah, he just got all that ball, hit it hard.
Now batting number 69, Bolan.
But fortunate enough that it was just scooted under the glove of the diving Jared Bradbury.
He's explaining to him he can't go out.
He's already had the defensive conference. If he goes out there, it is a ball. That is to keep the game flowing, to not have endless meetings amongst players every other pitch. It's exactly what that rule was brought in to avoid. Lenny Villavazo. That is up and in on Villavazo. Singled. Little chopper to third. Lands goes over to second and handled by Bradbury, but the throw pulled him well away from any opportunity to try and turn two. So they get the force on Bruno. They give up a run, and Villavazo is aboard at first now with one out. Josh McGovern to the plate. That one's up.
McGovern walked first time through in the first inning.
And this one is dead ball off of McGovern's foot at the plate. On the move is Villavazo again. The throw is skipped down there from Villalobos. And Lenny Villavazo with his second stolen base of the game. Jeff Ellsworth being aggressive out there, Joe.
I love that.
I do too. He's gone away his first couple of years coaching. He liked to bunt a lot more, but he's going with the stolen base, putting runners in motion. And this team, the way this team is built, they have got some speed.
Well, you got to force the play.
Put some pressure on the defense, and so far it's working for Hill United here. 4-0 lead. 2 in the first, now 2 here in the third. Another runner in scoring position. Just the one out. And McGovern fouls that one off. I think Josh would like that pitch back.
Yes.
That was middle.
And this is the guy you don't want to make a mistake to.
Curveball driven right back up the middle by McGovern. Here comes Villavazo. He makes the turn and comes around to score without a throw. And the stolen base, Joe, pays off as Josh McGovern picks up an RBI, but it was Lenny Villavazo's wheels that resulted in that run. So meeting on the mound here, Lyle Normand, the head coach for STK, is out to talk with his young right-hander. And he's been over at the waist, Joe. He's thrown a lot of pitches here in a short period of time, 50 pitches already, and we've just got the one out here in the third inning. And I think that is going to be it. We've got Nick Patrick will come on for STK. We're going to take a break. We'll let Nick Patrick pick up his warm-up pitches. And we'll be back momentarily. Stay with us. So, Joe, we were just talking off air, and we've come to the conclusion that this is an injury replacement. We saw Juan Pepe bent over at the waist after that last pitch. On has come Nick Patrick, but he got at least 10 warm-up pitches, so has to be considered an injury replacement.
So you don't, 50 pitches he had thrown, and you don't know with the sun and the heat how much is pulling on each player. Sun is at very bearing right now. Thank God we do have that breeze.
Yeah, that is helping to keep things tolerable here. Piplo Lopez will be the first batter to face Nick Patrick. Nick did a stint with Hill United back in 2022. Goes after the first pitch, a good drop ball from Nick Patrick. Joe, you saw him pitch this morning. He came out of the junior ranks quite highly regarded. And I remember watching him in junior. Now, this goes back quite a few years, but he looked very good back then. And has played some good ball, but has never maybe reached that next level as Lopez lofts this one out to deep left center. On the run near the track, makes the grab, gets caught up in the fence a little bit. McGovern will tag and move up to second base. Josh Montana went about 12-15 steps over to his right to haul that one in. You see him right there, caught up in the fence a little bit. Long run.
Well, great concentration by Montana to stay with that ball. That was a tough ball. It was up in the air, too. That breeze grabbing a hold of that.
Yeah, high sky, and the breeze, you're right, would be playing havoc with that, carrying it out towards the fence. So Luca Biondi has now seen twice as many pitches as he saw in his last at bat, or at least twice as many in the game, because he hit the first pitch his first trip. Well, now this is a permitted visit because you've got a runner on second base, so you can go out and talk signals.
Okay.
Kevin DiDomenico is going to let him know that that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the distinguishing factor. If there's a runner out there and you have to change the signs, then you can go out and have that discussion. High hopper on the infield. Bradbury comes down with it, turns, throws. Bionde runs so well. As soon as it was up that high, Joe, you knew they were going to have a hard time getting him, and they couldn't.
Real good wheels.
And here's a guy who's maybe even a half step faster, the 9-batter, Nick White. RBI opportunity, runners at the corners. We'll see if Jeff continues to be aggressive. Jess Ellsworth on the move. There he goes. They throw down by Villalobos, not in time. McGovern, I'm not even sure he took a step off the bag, Joe.
No, I don't think so.
He was an interested observer, let's call it.
Good protective swing there by Nick White.
Patrick sets. Thought about putting the bunt down, kept the bat out there long enough for it to be a strike. Hill United already with 1 run in this inning and threatening with 2 runners out in scoring position. And that's upstairs and away from Patrick.
Nick White has unbelievable wheels, too. So if that ball hits the ground once or twice, he's probably going to be at first base.
Well, you won't get him if it hits the ground twice. This one is well hit to right center, off the fence. 2 runs are going to come around. White is just going to motor around second and fly into third base with a stand-up triple on a line, Joe Todd. It hit just about a foot below the top of the fence. Nick White was off to the races, picks up 2 RBIs and gets himself all the way to third base.
Got all of that solid right on the barrel.
Now batting number 91, Shane Bolan.
Number 91, Shane Bolan, back up to the plate. This is the 9th batter of the inning. As the wind picks up even more here, you get something up into the air right now, Joe. It's going to carry that snap throw down. They try to get White wandering. You don't want to hit a triple and then get picked off.
No.
That's going to be a case of beer and fines.
Yeah. Hate to get the bill in the restaurant.
Yeah. Downstairs from Patrick, too low for a ball. 2-0 to Shane Boland. That is going to roll foul with enough English to take a 70-degree turn on the second hop. And a good eye there by Boland. He has chased that pitch in the past, has Shane. But
yeah. Well, he struck out twice so far in the game, so he's kind of holding back as long as he can and making that short, compact swing.
3-1 to Boland. Hard hopper right to the third baseman, though. Step on the bag, and they get Boland's Ethan Lands is able to corral that. It kind of threw him off balance. I think maybe he thought it was hit harder than it was. But Hill United push across. 3 more, and they make it 5 in the inning. You're right, 7-0 now for Hill United. We'll go to the home half of the third. STK with some work to do. Leading off is Tristan Hofer for STK as we go to the home half of the third. We're going to talk with Shane Boland. Shane, how's the infield out there?
Wind is blowing, so it's just a bit dusty. Bit of water with it.
It's not working.
Go!
Yeah, the wind is not
I
helping.
think the wind's.
And a baby! Boy, Doc! And Diaz! On Doc!
What? 1 ball, 2 strikes to Tristan Hofer. Right at Shane Boland. 2 hopper. And he throws out Hofer.
What's that damn Blair?
Now batting number 24, Brett Larson.
Well, you got 2 nice hops there, Shane.
I'm not going to complain about that one. It's not the first one to be mic'd up on, I tell you.
It's like we almost scripted it for you.
Out there! I'm a go.
Brett Larson, the leadoff batter for STK, back up to the plate. And that one is laced into the screen. Brett did a stint with Team Canada going down to Paraná, Argentina for the WBSC Pan Am qualifier a couple of years back. Went as the backup catcher to Brian Avery's. Ryan Bolan was unable to make that trip. So he's got some national team experience. In for a strike from Diaz. Up and over the head. Yeah, would you like to be in the box when Marco was throwing that?
Would have went right over my head. Hi, Marco, man. Hi, Doc.
Shane, how are you guys all coping with the heat out there?
Honestly, Blair, it's scorching hot right now. But you know what? Everyone's dealing with it, so keep hydrated. Not too bad. Coming from rain, drizzle, and fog, I'm not going to complain. Hey, boy, Marco! To it!
Third strikeout for Diaz.
No. Yeah, you got to stay hydrated, no doubt.
Yeah, this is a little bit hotter than what you're used to back at home in St. John's.
That's an understatement. But you know what? We're in a heat wave right now. It's 25 home, so it's not 43, but it's 25. We'll take it. Hello, baby!
Mrs. Downstairs does Diaz here. This is...
People can kind of understand what I'm saying.
Hey, you're doing a great job for cheering on as well as talking to us.
I can get used to this. Everyone knows me. I know I love to talk. Give me a microphone. I'll talk all day.
Well, don't tempt us. We might bring you back here in the booth too.
All day. I'm here all day. Come on, Marco! Atta baby! Atta boy, you're working. Come on, Doc.
How good an addition is this guy to the Chiefs this year, Shane?
Oh my God, I can't even explain. I mean, I think he's only 21, throwing 86, 87 consistently. You can give him a couple more years. I mean, even right now, pitchers, you got a guy throwing 87 now. It's just he's a game changer. He's definitely an up and comer, and his attitude is even better because he's willing to learn, and he got that dog attitude. He's a savage. Atta baby!
Ethan lands at the plate here. He's into the lineup in place of Aleo
boy,
Munoz, who got hit
Come on,
with
big
an
man.
inside pitch by Marco
Come on, get us in the
Diaz.
hot. Come on, Doc.
That
Come
was
on,
back
go.
in the first inning, and it hit him right on the hand.
Come on,
with his
Seven.
right hand,
Come on, Seven.
strong hand, and they brought him out of the game.
Yeah, I just
Come
hope
on,
it's
man.
not too serious. You made a defensive gem in that first inning, and
Come on.
and
Come
made
on,
two
Marco.
in the previous game.
Come on,
against
Doc.
the Gremlins.
Give us a pitch here. Come on.
Tony Gonzalez is in defensively for Lenny Villavazo. Tony taking
Say that
up
again, the wind
residence
picked
back
up.
at second base. Yeah, the wind's picking up again. You got to be aware here.
Atta
Oh,
baby!
beauty of a changeup. Don't have to worry when you throw changeups like that. Shane Bolan talking to us from
Ciao,
his
fellas.
shortstop position. Thanks, Shane. Appreciate that. We'll get back to you. The Hill United Chiefs are going to get back to the bats coming up in the top of the fourth inning with that 7-0 lead.
inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Tyler Brancho pinch hitting here. He's hitting for Bradley Ezekiel in the 4th inning as Bradley gets a bit of respite from the heat. Tyler Brancho, one of the handful of young players that the Chiefs are bringing along here, Joe. That Luca Biondi's getting some regular playing time. Nick White. Alan Pecker is certainly not in the aged category either. They've got a real good nucleus as they're turning this team over. For a lot of years, it was Adam Folkard, Steve Mullally, Nick Shales, Bradley Ezekiel. A couple of those guys still here. A couple of them have moved on. And some really good young players coming along.
Well, attrition will eventually set in, and great to see that feeder system working.
Tyler Brancho fouls that one off. Live? Okay, all right. Because I can still hear him. Okay. Can't get the bat off the shoulder there, though. Joe Todd, a nice inside rise ball from Nick Patrick to set down Tyler Brancho. Quentin Bruce will step in. Quentin, a fly ball, a walk, come around to score. Took something off that, a good changeup from Nick Patrick to open up Quentin Bruce here in the 4th. And a good look downstairs from Bruce, even up the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This one is punched out over the head of the shortstop. That's going to fall in. Quentin Bruce does a good job, and he's going to trot up to second base as that falls into no man's land. Out over the head of Stevie Silvas. Tristan Hofer, Josh Montana, no play on that either. And Bruce aboard with probably the softest hit double of his career, maybe, Joe.
Yeah, he'll take that one every day.
Yeah, in a few years, that's going to have been a double in the gap to the fence, as you said earlier today. Bruno Matroni to the plate. Bruno already with a 2-run home run back in the 1st. Joe, we got a question about STK and where they've come from. They're a native team from Chase, British Columbia, native sponsored by Benny Stickwicki, and I apologize if I don't have the pronunciation exact on that, but put together a ball team from his area out in BC, picked up some players from Argentina in particular, and some other Western Canada players. They played in the Canadian Championship, I believe it was last year, and making the jump up to the ISC. And good to see new teams from Western Canada in particular. We've got a number of them as we're in Surrey, British Columbia for the World Tournament. We're hoping that we're expecting a few of them to come to the World Tournament 2025 in Minnesota. STK, I think, prime candidate for that to happen.
Yes. We just hope they get the taste and want to come back. Pitching line on Juan Pepe, 2 1/3 innings, 6 runs, 4 hits, 2 strikeouts, and 3 walks.
And Joe, want to say hi to Mark Blanchard, listening, watching in Oswego, New York. He's down on strikes, goes Bruno. Good inside low rise there from Nick Patrick. Troney can't get that one.
Hello, Mark. That goes back a day or two.
A day or two
Yeah.
indeed. Our good friend Mark Blanchard. Coutro Professional Inspections days.
CPI.
Big cut by Tony Gonzalez, hitting for Lenny Viavazo. Tony went in defensively last inning. Tony, the MVP last week at the Canada East qualifier. A number of big hits and helped lead the Chiefs into the championship, which they won 1-0 over Toronto Batman. Good rise ball from Nick Patrick.
Really
Gonzalez.
good final.
Yes, a really good final championship game. Bruno Matroni, responsible for the game's only run. He went first to third on a not hard hit ball and caused an overthrow with the play. Toronto rushed the defense a little bit. Bruno come around to score. That was it for the game. Tony Gonzalez fights this one off.
Just about hit the Hill United photographer.
That's Daryl Smart, who is local in the area and has got a social media content business on the go. Good to see Daryl out. Been around the game for a long time. And if you're following Hill United on social media, he's the one putting together the clips and pieces. Doing some real good work. To talk to Daryl about some of that too, Joe. Over the top, down goes Tony Gonzalez, chases that good pitch. That must be Shane Bolan calling. He's ready to talk some more as he's going to stay with us into the home half of the fourth inning. STK coming back up to the plate. They need to get on track against Marco Diaz. Haven't been able to do it just yet. So we're back for the bottom of the fourth inning. Jared Bradbury to lead things off for STK. As we get going, we're still talking with Shane Bolan. Shane, I wanted to ask you about the hard infield. We tried to talk about this last time. It didn't quite come through. What's it like out there? It seems like it's a pretty hard infield these days.
No doubt, it is very tough. Usually from the last two games now and seeing it last night, second hop is real high. It's almost like it's concrete. But you never know. I mean, old Schiller almost got poked in the face last night too.
Well, we didn't get you the first pitch ground ball like we did last inning. We'll let you concentrate on Jared Bradbury for a bit, and then we'll come back to you.
No doubt. I was lucky in that first one, but anyways. Come on, Marco! Come on, Doc! I'm shading the middle. Atta baby!
Oh, there's a good question too. Just communication about where you're playing with the guys.
Yeah.
You hear the communication going on with the infield as Shane Bolan directing traffic. That's some great insight, eh, Joe?
Very important that they communicate like that, especially on the high bounces on that side, especially with that right-handed hitter.
Bradbury walked in the first. Swings through that one, down on strikes. Jared Bradbury for the first out of the inning.
Number 79, Alejandro Villalobos.
Shane, you got your old second base partner back for this inning. Talk about Tony Gonzalez and also the addition of Lenny Villavazo.
Honestly, Tony was my boy. Still is my boy. But the addition of Lenny, I mean, one second. Oh, Marco! The addition makes sense to shift it around as for building our team better, and he had absolutely no issue making that change. But, I mean, as for having the middle, I couldn't ask for any better. Atta baby!
Hard cut right to the screen. I think at any time, Joe, you can add a position player like Lenny Villavazo, you're going to want to put that guy in the lineup.
Oh, great. He's
World-class
on
player to
both
play any
sides.
positions. At this level, I mean, be bouncing around and go position to position and still be able to perform like he is. I mean, shows the great talent he has.
Yeah, and talking about Tony Gonzalez there and his versatility, he's played first and
Atta
second
baby!
and short, actually, this year so far for Hill, as he went and played shortstop.
That ball seems like it's coming in 100 miles an hour.
Well, he's not quite 100, but it's harder than anybody else, that's for sure.
Oh, Marco! I'm going to find this up with this year.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for you guys playing behind Marco, Ramon Godoy, and Michael Holobradic. That's a very deep staff that you've got.
Honestly, it's a great mix of all pitchers there. All three of them got their different assets. But I tell you right now,
Braddock getting some warm-up
them,
pitches.
they're in any big game, they're gonna give it their all, and they're gonna put it up against the best. So we're very fortunate this year for sure. And as long as the boys stay healthy, we should be all right.
If you're just joining us, we're talking with Shane
Marco.
Bolan,
Come on,
who's
give us a
out at
pitch.
shortstop, and something that we've seen on some of the Major League broadcasts from time to time. And thanks to Shane for being game to try this, Joe. It's a bit of concentration work
Yes.
to do for Shane.
Yeah. We knew he could handle it.
Eli Jules to the plate.
6 strikeout for Marco Diaz.
Swings over the top, does Jules, chases that drop ball down in the dirt.
Better make sure he's okay, is he?
I'm not coming close to you right now. I knows what happened to you.
Yeah, I think he pushed something there.
Well, we're going to get a mound visit from the skipper. What happened, Shane? Did you see anything?
No, I know exactly what happened, and because we're mic'd up, I'm not going to say it, but he's going to be fine.
Shane Bolan backing out of the circle. Not giving away any state secrets. Shane Bolan backs out of the circle.
He's all right, trust me. We can go read between the lines for that one.
He's having a good laugh out there anyway.
Yeah, I think I've got an idea what happened there.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe opened up the hips a little
Dad.
too much on that one.
Come on, get us in the hunt. Come on.
Doesn't get the call there.
And Softball Premier TV is next level. I mean, all the comments and messages I get, it's bringing softball back on the map. What you guys doing, what you got going on is unbelievable. It's crazy.
Checks in the mail, my friend. Up and away from
Scouting games, reviewing plays, but it's brought back the game. The amount of people, I think I looked at it on Facebook the other night for the World Classic game. There was 13,000 people had clicked in and viewed that game. It's crazy.
A lot of changeups here from Marco Diaz as he's maybe just soft pedaling here this inning a little bit. He's got the 2 strikeouts, and right now Eli Jules trying to extend this inning for the STK squad.
4 consecutive strikeouts.
Hump that one up a little bit with the rise ball. Shane, we heard you earlier directing traffic. You're the captain out there. You're telling everybody where to go?
Make it easier for everyone. Ah, baby! There it is!
Marco Diaz strikes out the side in the bottom of the 4th. Thanks, Shane Bolan, for talking with us for the last couple of innings. We'll let you go. You got a plate appearance coming up, don't you?
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon. Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With
Nick Shales on to pinch hit for Josh McGovern. Joe, you were watching Nick on the sideline?
Yeah, Nick went for a run back in the 3rd inning, stretched it out, made sure he was okay, and he gave the green light to the coaching staff.
Nick came out of the game very suddenly at the end of the game last night, the early game. He just called time, and we could see him hobbling a little bit, so I'm not sure if he rolled an ankle or what it was, but it was quick and sudden and didn't play this morning. We want to thank Shane Bolan again for being mic'd up with us here last couple of innings defensively. Nick Shales, actually, Joe, was the one who mentioned this to us last week in Mitchell. And with Nick not being in the game, we asked Shane if he'd be willing, and he jumped right on it. So thanks again, Shane Bolan. Luciano Lafrano continuing to work magic on the production controls. And that's the first live interview we've done with somebody on the field here on Softball Premier TV.
4 strikeouts for Nick Patrick since he's entered the game.
Pipla Lopez hit that line shot to Munoz. This one is lifted up to the left side, and that's a good play by the shortstop Stevie Silvas. 2-3 steps out onto the grass to go get that one off the bat of Lopez for the second out. You see the replay here. And that ball is going to be tailing away from Silvas.
Okay, you just can't take your eye off that ball.
You got to worry about the lip of the grass there too.
Yeah.
There's more than one thing to think about on that play.
Get out of the way of the third base umpire.
Well, you'd hope the third base umpire would get out of the way
Clear.
of you.
Yeah.
George LeMaitre would never get in the way.
No. He'd be bailing real quick.
Yes, yes, he would. Luca Bionde to the plate, catching for the Chiefs this afternoon. Doing a fine job of it back there. You heard Shane Bolan mention that briefly in our conversation with him too. He pops this one up, and making the grab is Villalobos. Right in front of us, Joe Todd. That is as close as we can get to the action. 1-2-3 inning for Nick Patrick and STK in the top of the fifth. They need to get one to extend this game. We'll go to the home half. STK coming back up to the plate.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you soon. Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us.
There's the Jukasa Designs display booth here at the Chiefs Challenge. Some great stuff. If you're in the neighborhood, come on down to Lions Park, Simcoe, Ontario on Davis Street. Lots to see and do here, even on a real hot day. Some fantastic fastball still to come. We've got two more games after this one on Softball Premier TV. Coming up, it is the Hill United Chiefs. They're going to stay on the field. Bear Creek Express will make their way over here from the second diamond. Who's on that one, Joe?
Myself and Peter Lavardis.
You gave me a game off.
Yes, I did.
Oh, look at that. Michael Holobratic is on to pitch for the Chiefs. The line on Marco Diaz, Joe Todd.
4 innings, 7 strikeout, no runs, no hits. 7 strikeouts and 1 walk and 1 hit batsman.
Ball 1 from Holobratic. Did he pitch this morning at all, or was that entirely... No, I didn't think so. I don't think so.
Roman could do it.
Yeah, it was 3 innings and done
Yeah.
there. Yeah. So Holobratic, his first appearance at the Chiefs Challenge for Hill United. His second year with the Chiefs. It was a bit of a jumble at the end as Adam Falkard was hurt. Holobratic was not 100%. Daniel Chapman ended up having to go home. His back that had been surgically repaired was out of sorts and was recommended that he go home by his surgeon. Still, the Chiefs managed to finish 4th at the ISC World Tournament. That's still an accomplishment given the
circumstances,
the woes that they were having. Yes, that's right, the circumstances. Jams Stevie Silvas with that shot. Holobratic about 6'2", Joe, maybe 6'3" even. Hard throwing right-hander from Prague in the Czech Republic. There's a rise ball, blows that right past Stevie Silvas.
Keeps himself in tip-top shape, though.
Well, and he's fresh off the Mexico qualifier at Hermosillo. The Czech Republic did not qualify, and honestly, Joe did not have a very good tournament.
No. They real learning experience, I'm going to say. Maybe that's a little harsh, but they took a younger crew with them. A lot of the people from the 2019 team, kind of attrition had set in, and I think they only had 7 players from that 2019 retained with that current year from 2024. So a lot of youth was brought up.
Some turnover. We got to see the Czech U21 team in Denmark, Wisconsin in the pre-tournament last year as Tyson Susi chases a rise ball up and out of the zone. And usually Michael's a drop ball pitcher, but he's been throwing the rise ball with authority here this afternoon, these first couple of at-bats.
Very impressive.
Josh Montana to the plate.
That is 7 consecutive strikeouts for the Hill United pitching staff.
2 by Holobradek and the previous 5 by Marco Diaz.
Good snap there, too.
Yeah, that had some zip on it for sure. 76, I think, is what I just saw quickly on the radar gun. Sounded like it was faster, if nothing else.
Does that go with it sounded like a strike?
Well, I'm not an umpire, so I can't use that one. But it is a good line. There's the overhead shot from Air Lafrano. This one is lifted up to center, ranging back to the fence and gone. A big home run. First hit of the game for STK, and it's a home run by Josh Montana. We said, Joe, that they needed one to extend this game. They got down to their final strike before striking for a home run, and Josh Montana will make sure that we play at least 6.
Montana's first hit of the day.
Well, SDK's first hit of the day.
Yes. Oh, I mean in the previous game, too.
Oh, okay. Well, they've only got 1 hit in each game so far because the other one was a home run, too, by Stevie Silvas. And then here it's a home run by Josh Montana. A couple of defensive changes. Nick White has moved over to center for the Chiefs. I believe that's Tyler Brancho, who I think has stayed in the game out in right. I think that's Tyler, is it not?
I think so.
And this one is flared out to right. That's going to land in. So back-to-back hits for STK.
Bottom part of the order doing some production.
Tristan Hofer with a 2-out single. And we will indeed go back to the top of the shop for Brett Larson. You hear the wind pick up, rustles through the microphones here as we get into I was going to say the 5 o'clock hour, but it's not quite. It's about 22 minutes before 5. That one is flared foul on the left side by Larson, who really just went down. It was almost like a cricket swing to go get that one. We'll have to check on Alejo Munoz, Joe, after the game and just see if he's okay. It would certainly be a shame if STK were to lose him for any amount of time.
He's made, I'm going to say, at least 3 defensive gems today. Didn't see the game last night, but at least 3 excellent plays.
Up and out from Holobradek. Hill United has got production up and down their order. It's been a good day for the Chiefs. Two-hopper out to Shane Bolan. They flip to second and just get Tristan Hofer. But we're going to play on. The big home run by Josh Montana means we're going to go to the 6th. Hill United coming back up to the plate.
Dream catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Joe, we want to give a shout out to Brian Porter and the Dreamcatcher Foundation. Do a great job with the support that they offer here in the community. Also want to thank Pete Hill, the Hill United Chiefs, Ginger Smith, for bringing us to the Chiefs Challenge again this year. This is our 3rd straight year, I think, here at the Chiefs Challenge in Simcoe. Always a pleasure to be here, and thanks again to Pete, Ginger, and everybody else in the Hill United family for this wonderful opportunity. Nick White back up to the plate. Nick in the 9 spot for the Chiefs. Looks at a strike. Triple, picked up a couple of RBIs in the 3rd inning. And quietly, Joe, he's putting together a nice little start to the season the last couple of weeks. He's taking advantage of the playing time that he's getting, and he's going to make it harder and harder for the coaching staff to take him out of the lineup.
Yeah, he's excelled in everything he was asked to do.
Called strike 3 there. Can't get the bat off the plate, and the curse of the broadcasters continues. We big somebody up and immediately called out on strikes. But somewhere in Nova Scotia, Chris Hopewell and Randy Frame are beaming as we talk good things about Nick White. And they have got a real good program out there in Nova Scotia. They're developing some really good ball players.
Really tough league out there now.
Yeah, that Shooters Bar and Grill League in the central Nova Scotia area. Some real good ball being played. Justin Schofield's out there. The Brookfield squad. Shane Bolan lifts this one up to center. Carrying. Almost to the fence. But not quite enough this time. Hit the bottom of it, not the back of it.
Yeah. We should have had Shane mic'd up for that one.
Yes, I'm sure he would have been willing that one on. Go, baby, go. Tyler Brancho staying in the game in the place of Bradley Ezekiel. Call the strike on the outside corner. You know, and Joe, we were talking about younger players getting the opportunity to showcase their skills, but also to learn and absorb the atmosphere on a winning team and a winning culture like what Hill United has developed over the years. And Tyler Brancho getting that opportunity here. It's a good setup for a young player.
Yeah, it's a great position for him to be in. A great environment. Learning every day, every game.
And Joe, we should wish happy birthday to Hill United first base coach John Hill. As that's out to short, and a nice play by Silvas. 3 up, 3 down go the Chiefs in the top of the 6th inning. STK coming back to the plate, Joe, almost with a bit of momentum on their side.
Yes.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait.
We're going to take on Bear Creek Express coming up at scheduled start time of 5:30 p.m. Eastern. You can adjust for your time zone depending on where you're joining us. That should be a real good one, Joe Todd. Those two put on a 3-hour marathon in the winter bracket final a week ago in Mitchell at the Canada East qualifier. That was a 3-2 affair. It's a good one. There's a high hopper. McGovern turns, goes to 2, in and out of the glove, and safe. He's going to say that Tony never had control of it, and I would agree, Joe.
No.
The argument would be that he was already bringing the glove down on the transfer, but you've got to catch it and make a valid transfer. I don't think he ever had it.
Could have been a little bit better throw by McGovern.
It was high, without a doubt, but I think Tony's got to handle that at least to get the first out. Jeff Ellsworth is going to come ask for an explanation George LeMaitre is going to tell him he never really had control. Now they're going to call over Scott McLaren just to have a conference about it. Kevin DiDomenico is going to go out, and this is where we could mic up the umpires,
Yes.
Joe.
Well, I got a chance, Blair. I want to wish a good friend of mine a happy birthday, Bruce Huff, 90th birthday. Bruce is presently in the Westmount Long-Term Home Care in London. Good friends for a long time. A long-time sports writer for the game of Fast Pitch and for the London Free Press, and was the sports editor for the Toronto Sun. Contributed a lot of good content for men's Fast Pitch here in Ontario.
I remember Bruce and his articles extensively over the years. So they talked about it, and no change in the call. So Lands will stay at second base. Bradbury at first. Couple runners aboard for STK. And the cleanup batter to the plate, Alejandro Villalobos. Ground out and a strikeout. He was in the midst of that run of 7 in a row that Diaz and Holobradic had put together. Takes a strike to open up this at bat here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Blair Setford, Joe Todd, if you have just joined us in the recent past. Hill United Chiefs out to a 2-0 lead in the first on a home run by Bruno Matroni. Nick White had a 2 RBI triple. Lenny Villavazzo drove in a couple. Contributions up and down the lineup for the Chiefs today. And that one's well upstairs from Michael Holobradic. I remember watching Michael at the U19 World Championship for the Czech Republic. That was in Midland in 2016. Joe, you and I were there with Jim Flanagan, Lance Wynn, and the pitchers that came out of that championship continue to be at the top of the game today. Ryo Koyama from Japan, who won that tournament. Daniel Chapman from New Zealand. Tyler Randerson still pitching well for the Toronto Batmen here in the ISC for Canada. Holobradic for the Czech Republic. It was a good year for pitchers in 2016.
Exactly.
Down on strikes goes Villalobos.
Now batting number 55, Eli Jules.
Eli Jules to the plate. Ground out and a strikeout as well. There you see some future players, Joe Todd. Just off out behind the screen. Great shot there from Carol Tereste over on the action camera. Right across the top of the fence. And they're in behind actually the third base dugout. So well spotted. Snap throw down, and Ethan Lands collapsed out there to get back to the bag. Joe, he just belly flopped into
Great shot by
base.
Biondi. Great shot by Biondi.
This kid's got an arm behind the plate, and look at Lance. Oof.
Might have to go see a car wash.
Only because he's that dirty. Like, he's picked up a lot of dust. Chasing the rise ball again. Down goes Eli Jules. And boy, Holobradic has really mastered that pitch here today, Joe. I talked about it earlier. He's a drop ball guy, but he is blowing the rise ball past them.
4 strikeouts as you come in the game in the 5th inning.
Called strike at the top of the zone, Stevie Silvas. A walk and a strikeout. Home run in the previous game this morning. That misses upstairs to Silvas. Got some snazzy orange shoes too, Joe. Maybe those are yellow. Oakland A's colors, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
You see some of the folks up in the top row of the stands. There's just a modicum of shade there. That's why they're all trying to hover in there or huddle in there. It's been a warm one and continues to be a warm one here in Simcoe. We had 32 degrees a little bit earlier this afternoon. It's become overcast, which is probably has something that the players are cheering about. That sun was very warm and toasty when we started the game, but it has clouded over. And as we said, there's been a pretty consistent breeze to help things along. We're hoping that these clouds don't lead to anything else here tonight, but we have had in the area all week, we've had some flash storms that just come up quickly, and they bypass pretty quickly too.
Yeah, it rained right around us last night. If you know the area, Jarvis, Port Dover got hit.
Well, we had just a little sprinkle for half an inning last night, and that was it, and then it just dissipated. Change up from Holla-Braddock. Silvis holds back. A single on a fielder's choice where they didn't get the out, and we've got a couple of strikeouts that followed. That gets us to where we are here in the 6th inning. Tried to go back to that inside rise, but couldn't get that one past Silvis.
Braddock with a big strikeout there to end the inning. Completed 6 innings now. Final score after 6. Hill United 7. STK 1. We'll be right back with the top of the 7th.
Catcher, inch by inch, we'll fight to make the lives of First Nations people in this community, this province, and on this continent better. I know we have a long way to go, but I'm proud to say as long as our people have a need, Dreamcatcher will be there for them.
Quentin Bruce to lead things off for the Hill United Chiefs as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Want to give a shout out to Jim Flanagan, who has been with us all weekend. Jim noting that Michael Holla-Braddock did pitch in the morning game for the Hill United Chiefs. Thanks, Jim, for that. Going on around us, Bear Creek Northeast Drillers. I checked on that quite a while back, probably half an hour ago. It was 4-0 for the Drillers at the time. That's over the Toronto Batmen, pardon me. Bear Creek will be coming up. They were 8-1 winners over Oswegan Hill United Chiefs. Hill United Chiefs are on the field. They won earlier this morning, 8-2. And then New York Gremlins were big winners a couple of times today. 8-1 over STK and 12-0 over the Midland Explorers. And of course, last night, both Hill and the Gremlins were winners in their respective games. We'll get a roundup on the division standings, and Joe and Peter Labardius will get that for you in the next game. Hill United currently looking to go undefeated through 3 games, or maybe even 4, Joe. This will be their 4th of the round robin, I believe.
Third.
Yes, they are going to play one more. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. So they're looking to go 3-0. The Gremlins 3-0. Bear Creek at least 2-1 at this point. Toronto's in trouble. They were 0-2 and are taking on, again, the Drillers and trailing. The Drillers won earlier this morning. Bruce chases a drop ball off the plate for strike 3.
Now batting number 28, Bruno Matroni.
Bruno Matroni, that home run to get things started for Hill United all the way back in the 1st. Bruno also had an RBI, so he's got 3 RBIs. He had the RBI single in the 3rd. Just Bruno doing Bruno things. This one is lifted way up in the air in center. Josh Montana will haul that in about 6 steps from the fence. 2 down. Tony Gonzalez to the dish for the Hill United Chiefs. Tony came on defensively for Lenny Villavazo in the 4th. Down on strikes in the 4th.
We're going to be like teams in the hockey tournament every World Junior that sitting there waiting on Christmas Day to see who goes in.
Takes a called strike on the outside corner.
Nick Patrick's done a real good job coming in to clean up there. 6 strikeouts so far. Just giving up 2 hits and 1 run so far.
Skips this one in and out of the glove of Villalobos. The Chiefs have got big industrial-sized fans in all of the dugouts for the teams to help them with the heat. And there's a chopper from Tony Gonzalez through the 5.5 hole past the shortstop Stevie Silvas. Ethan Lands, no chance to track that one down. Good base hit by Tony Gonzalez.
Oh, yeah. I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, I know that. That's always in there.
So Josh McGovern back to the plate. Nick Shales pinch hit in the 5th. And probably wasn't Nick's best ever at bat.
Probably just out testing it to see how it was feeling.
Yeah, indeed. Josh, a walk and a single?
Yes. Run scored and an RBI.
Fouled off to the screen of the diamond behind us. And we're going to need some new softballs, I think, Joe. We're out. Kevin DiDomenico gets 3 fresh ones in from the scorekeepers.
They look brand new.
Oh, I think there's a little bit of use there.
Yeah, I hope so.
Not a lot.
I hope so.
Well, if I'm the batter, I certainly hope so. If I'm Josh McGovern, I'd be offering to go rub it up for him. Just off the outside corner. These are almost like bonus bats at bats here, Joe, for the Hill United guys. I think they figured they'd be off the field in the 5th, so everybody getting an extra at bat in this game. And this one is well hit, deep center field, and gone! Josh McGovern drives one out for a 2-run home run. 9-1 for the Hill United Chiefs. And the big home run hat that you're going to have to wear.
Now batting number 9, Piccolo Lopez.
You see here, Josh McGovern goes and gets this one.
Third RBI for Josh McGovern today in this game.
Piccolo Lopez follows that one right back to the screen. People are looking to get on track. He's a couple of fly balls and a line drive. He scorched that one at Munoz back in the 1st. And this one is right back up the middle, and no sooner said than done as Lopez gets himself into the hit column.
Broadcaster curse didn't work.
Well, no, it didn't. I wasn't trying to curse him. I was just saying
Yeah.
that I think he's the only guy in the Chiefs who hasn't been aboard, but
Yeah.
now he has. So
Yeah.
Luca Bionde to the plate. Had to take off the catcher's pads that he had on in the on-deck circle. The bat girl is keeping busy over there, too, for the Chiefs. She's scurrying around. She's got catcher's pads. She's got a bat she was carrying. She had to go get an arm guard from Piccolo Lopez. She's earning her keep.
Yes.
Doing a great job. Downstairs to Biondi. Singled, stole a base, and scored in the 3rd. And a couple of pop flies. Well, one of them was really a long drive, but this one is lifted way up. Jared Bradbury will go get that at the edge of the infield for the final out of the inning. Hill United tack on 2 in the top of the 7th. They now lead 9-1. We'll go to last call for STK.
Welcome to Monthill Golf and Country Club. With our beautiful 27-hole golf course open to the public, we work tirelessly to ensure your time with us is second to none. Well, here you'll be able to enjoy an incredible dining experience at our very own Big Pete's Steakhouse. Play some of the best courses in the world with our state-of-the-art golf simulators. Upgrade your gear with the top brands at our pro shop, or host a stunning wedding, event, or conference inside one of our beautiful ballrooms. Learn all this and more at monthill.ca. We can't wait to see you.
Tyson Susie to lead things off for STK. A ground out and a strikeout for Tyson here today, and we're just waiting for Bat Boy will get, is it the Bat Boy or one of the batters?
Batters, I
Yeah,
think.
I think you're right. Yeah, the Bat Boy's got the Simcoe uniform on, not an STK one. Holla Braddock foul ball right off the chest protector of Luca Biondi. That's why you wear a chest protector as a catcher. Blows that one right by Tyson Susie. And again, Joe, with the rise ball. Yeah, I didn't know whether they just came in and decided, hey, we're going to work on the rise ball here today, but that's not usually his bread and butter pitch. And this one comes in and clunks Tyson Susie. He gets it on the hand as well. That's a couple of guys from STK who have got one right onto the digits. You get pinned against the handle of the bat. That hurts.
Yes.
Now batting number 17, Josh Montana.
Josh Montana is the reason we're still playing. A home run in the bottom of the 5th inning, a 2-out, 2-strike home run, and he deposited it to straightaway center field. Susie's still shaking that out over there. Pushes the rise ball past him for strike one. Montana swings through underneath. In tight for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Make sure you stay tuned with us. Hill United and Bear Creek Express coming up. Michael Braddock with a good rise ball. Blows that right past Josh Montana. Probably about 20 minutes, let's call it, from the conclusion of this one, whenever that may be. Montana fouls that rise ball to the screen. They're going almost exclusively with it now.
Yeah, he's just working on it now. And I think he's quite happy with the results too. He's 5 strikeouts since he come in the game. Just giving up 3 hits. That hit batsman there that we just saw to Susie.
Well, there was the drop, and it's well down and off the plate. And again with the rise ball, Montana can't catch up to this one. Down on strikes.
Now batting number 8, Tristan Hofer.
Tristan Hofer with 1 down in the inning. He had a base hit in the 5th, sorry.
Nice little break on that curve.
And again, up and in, and Hofer fouls it off. Oh, 0-2. And make it 0-3. Tristan Hofer down on strikes. And again, the big rise ball from Braddock. Nobody really, Joe, other than Josh Montana, where honestly Braddock hung that pitch. Nobody's really done anything with it here.
No. Been very solid since he came in.
Brett Larson, top of the shop, his 4th at bat for STK. And Joe, we were jokingly referring to the extra bonus at bats here for Hill United, but honestly, these are good at bats for the STK guys as well. To see the likes of Marco Diaz and Michael Braddock, any at bat that you can get against top level pitching and get more exposure is a good one.
Well, exactly why they came to Ontario for this tournament, to put this experience in their back pocket. This will come back in pay rewards back in August.
Yeah, absolutely. Some dividends there for sure. 0-2 to Brett Larson. STK down to their final strike in this one against the Hill United Chiefs. Fouls that one off and out of play. And somebody is going to go after that one in a hurry. He might do a headfirst dive under that truck to get that one. Way upstairs from Michael Hollabraddock. I should clarify, Joe, that the truck was parked. He wasn't diving in front of a moving truck to go get the ball. Don't want to imply anything that extreme. That one misses downstairs from Hollabraddock. Good at bat here by Brett Larson, who has fouled off a couple of pitches to stay in this one. Good battle.
Real compressed stance there by Larson.
Chopper on the infield. In and out of the glove of Tony Gonzalez. Tried to play it off the side. He's shaking that off. Up to second base. Tyson Susie spent a long time on it first, didn't he, after getting hit by the pitch. Well, still alive are STK here in the bottom of the seventh. A couple of runners aboard for Ethan Lands. Michael Hollabraddock, a little bit of work left to do still to try and close the door. Upstairs, falls behind.
62 pitches for Hollabraddock so far in the game when he came in the fifth inning.
There's a little bleeder on the ground to Shane Bolan. He'll turn and flip to first for the final out of the inning. That will be the ball game, a complete 7-inning game, but a 9-1 outcome for the Hill United Chiefs. Some offense up and down the order. Marco Diaz works a hitless 4 innings. Michael Hollabraddock on in relief gives up the 1 run. Hill United will stay on the field. STK will go get a break. We'll let you take a break here on Softball Premier TV, but come right back with us. Don't be away too long. The Chiefs, Bear Creek Express, coming up with Peter Labardius and Joe Todd. Thanks for being with us this afternoon.
For the latest in softball innovation, the website where you can experience the best tournaments in the Americas. Live games, news, tournaments, and much, much more. The best quality live softball, on demand so you can watch when you want. Become a Premier member now. SoftballPremierTV.com.